Well, welcome in, everybody, as I see people are starting to file in. Welcome to our first Bulldogs Trivia Night event, and we're going to be doing a few of these in the next couple of weeks, and we're hoping that these are going to be a whole heck of a lot of fun. To play tonight, you need to go to a browser either on your phone or your iPhone or smartphone or whatever you've got, or your computer. Go to crowd.live and enter code DMG9H. So when you're watching this at home, go to a browser so that you can enter that right along the bottom. Crowd.live is the address you have to type into your bar, and then DMG9H is the code that you're going to need to play. Of course, it's Reed Duthie back with you, and long day. It was great to host Cade Landry earlier on, and cracked me up a little bit near the end. Almost got me shedding a tear on live air after he thanked me for what I did. Was not expecting that, and Cade, of course, one of the best that we've had in Hamilton. Great character guy. It was a pleasure to have him on earlier today and get a chance to catch up with him. So again, for folks just joining in a browser, crowd.live, and enter code DMG9H. If you've ever played like a Jackbox style game, it's sort of the same idea. Your prizes tonight, as once we get the questions going, first prize is going to win a t-shirt, mug, puck, hat, bulldogshop.com gift card for $50. Second prize is going to win a t-shirt, mug, puck, and hat. Third prize gets a t-shirt, mug, puck, and hat. So really, everyone's going to be a winner on this. We're going to have a lot of fun. And of course, if you share this post, so wherever you're watching right now, on any of our Bulldog social media streams, if you share this post and interact during this game, we're going to be giving one lucky person a $150 bulldogshop.com gift card. So that is something to keep your eyes on. I'm watching the comments as well. You can interact with me. I'll answer any questions that you might have as we get this thing going. We're just waiting a couple minutes, letting people load into the game. Again, crowd.live on your browser. Code is DMG9H to be able to play. All the questions tonight are going to be based on the Hamilton Bulldogs. So we've got other ones coming up in the coming weeks that are going to be based on different things like hockey movies, and I think one's coming up that's going to be The Office either next week or the following week. But tonight, everything is about the Hamilton Bulldogs. So if you know a lot about this team, or you know somebody who knows a lot about this team, you might be able to get them to split the prize at the end, because this is going to be big on your knowledge of the Hamilton Bulldog team itself. And there were a lot of questions designed for this one. I had a hand in it. My good buddy from our front office, Storm Harding, had a hand in this. So we were having some fun coming up with questions to get everybody. I'm going to be playing your Alex Trebek role tonight. I'll give you the questions. They're all multiple choice, so it's not like you have to do a long answer. You don't have to, there's no essay questions when it comes to this trivia. So we will be welcoming in everybody to that game. Crowd.live on a browser, on whatever program that you're on, and then code DMG9H. So remember that if you're on a smartphone, a laptop, a desktop, iPad, any sort of tablet, crowd.live in your browser, enter code DMG9H. Looking forward to having everybody in for this trivia run. Again, hopefully a lot of you were with us this morning for Cade Landry. We wrapped up that portion of our alumni series, congratulating our overage players for the incredible runs that they've had. Of course, we had Isaac Nurse last week, Bradey Johnson this week, and then Cade Landry this morning. And we're going to miss those three guys. We're certainly going to miss them. Great leaders, great guys. They were just awesome to be around and follow their careers in the Ontario Hockey League. I wish all three of them the best as they go forward. I'm sure it's not the last that we have all seen of them, but it's going to be tough to replace three really quality individuals. So that'll be something that we'll be looking to do next year. And of course, we've got a lot of good young talent making its way through the Hamilton Bulldogs system. Very excited for when we can get back to the rink, and it feels like we're getting ever closer. So there's, I'm getting a little bit excited about the idea of getting back to hockey. That's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, the NHL, we're going to have summer Stanley Cup playoffs, which will be different but enjoyable. You can watch them from a deck with a cold one, whether it's an adult beverage or a Coca-Cola or whatever you might have. Again, one more time, crowd.live, code DMG9H. And we're going to be getting underway here shortly, just allowing time for folks to load in. And if you're looking in the chat room, let us know where you're playing from. If you're not in Hamilton, if you're from outside the city, we'd love to know how far away. Michael B. Jacobson. All right, we got Toronto. Toronto in the house. Hopefully everything is good there. Of course, just up the road. So if you're playing from at Stacey Taylor, Hamilton is being represented. I expect it will be well represented tonight. Thank you, Stacey. And Hamilton Bulldogs trivia. We hope Hamilton will be well represented anyway. Oh, here we go. We got a few more coming in. John Faulds. John Faulds representing Hamilton. Nicole Nanacoke. Excellent. Getting a little bit of distance. Aaron Luttrell, Hamilton. Hey, I know this guy, Peter Newellman, Sault Ste. Marie, misses being a season's ticket holder. All right, Peter, we miss you, man. Peter also does a great job with OHL statistics. He is a great resource. I've used him multiple times. I thank him for all his hard work. He is fantastic. Andrew Oliver. Hi, Reed. Steph and Andy are in Belleville. Well, I mean, come on. I expected Steph and Andy to be here. I'd be disappointed if they weren't. Our great fans that followed us all the way from Belleville to Hamilton. You see them at games. I think everybody knows them. They've been in pictures on TV broadcasts. I've talked about them on the radio broadcasts. Wonderful people. Absolutely wonderful. Kennedy Reed. Another person I know. Hi, Kennedy. Hamilton. Katie Hines, Cambridge, nice surrounding area. Now, if you're a Bulldogs fan in Cambridge, that's got to be starting to get into some dangerous territory when you're out near Kitchener and Guelph and getting down towards that western side. So, like seeing some Bulldog love out in Cambridge. Michael is in Port Dover. Beautiful place. Love Port Dover. All right, so we're getting a pretty good swath of Ontario tuning in and getting ready to play. I think we're going to get underway here in about 2 minutes. Just, again, letting people have some time to load in. And, again, if you're playing from somewhere you want to let us know, hop right in those comments and let us know. We've already seen a bunch of different cities chiming in. Crowd.live, enter code DMG9H. Again, I want to remind you that you can win a $150 gift card to bulldogshop.com by sharing this post. So whatever social media stream that you are on watching this, share it, help us bring people in, comment in, and you can win a $150 gift card. One lucky player is going to win that tonight. That is fantastic. The host is not eligible. I already asked about that, and no luck for me on that one. Dalton Hannes is in Ancaster. All right, that's the first Ancaster we've had jumping in. Fantastic. I got a lot of family in Ancaster. Again, prizes for tonight. First place is going to get a T-shirt, mug, puck, hat, bulldogshop.com gift card for $50. Second place, T-shirt, mug, puck, hat. Third place, T-shirt, mug, puck, hat. And there it is there. Share this post now and interact during the game. And we will be giving one lucky person at the end a $150 gift card. Just hoping my voice is going to hold out all the way through this interview this morning. I actually voiced over a boxing fight this afternoon. Three Lions Promotions, my friends that are looking to get shows running again when they can. And shout out to those guys. I know a couple of them will be watching here tonight. Happened to go back and watch Jesse the Rock Wilcox, my often color commentator for those boxing events. And Lynn, just watching from Belleville, so you know who I'm rooting for. Lynn, you gave it away. Come on, you gave it away early. Obviously in the corner of Steph and Andy. Okay, 7:10. I think that we can start to get going. If you are entering in right now, go to crowd.live on your browser, enter code DMG9H, and as you get in, you can win that $150 gift card by sharing this. You can also catch up in the prizes. We got a lot of questions. You are going to have a chance, even if you miss a couple, you're going to still be able to be right in the board. So do not get discouraged. But 10 after 7, I think it's a good time to start the questions if we could. I'll ask my production team to bring the first one up as they get it going here, as Royal Lepage presenting for us tonight. All right. Which Hamilton Bulldog was drafted 8th overall in 2019? Lawson Shirk, Mateo Drobak, Ryan Winterton, or Ryan Humphrey? This is a good one. And the answers here were all drafted in 2019, but which one of them, A, B, C, or D, was drafted 8th overall? In fact, the second time the Bulldogs have picked 8th overall in an OHL draft, the first time was Matt Strome in 2015, who was drafted 8th overall in 2019. 2 seconds and 1. And the correct answer is Ryan Winterton was drafted 8th overall in 2019. So Ryan Winterton following in the footsteps of Matthew Strome. 67% of our players got the right answer. Wow. Okay, we are dealing with a pretty smart crowd in here tonight. So 67% got Ryan Winterton. Guys, if you are in the chat group to participate in the trivia, you need to go to crowd.live, enter code DMG9H in a browser. I see a couple answers that came up in the chat room. Those answers, unfortunately, we are not able to process those because we've got the electronic leaderboard here. So you see Kennedy was the fastest on that answer. And to get that many points, my goodness. She had to have hit that just as the question came up. Nathan as well. And Zane, look at that. 92 and 91. We got a 90 in there as well. Boy, you guys really quick. Really quick. All right, we'll head towards question number 2. We are getting, there we go. Question 2. What NHL team did former Bulldogs goaltender Caden Fulcher sign with? Was it the Boston Bruins, the Vancouver Canucks, the Vegas Golden Knights, or the Detroit Red Wings? Caden Fulcher, the backstop of the Bulldogs 2018 OHL Championship team. He's set a number of Bulldogs goaltending records that our current crop are trying to track down, and of course they hope to follow in his footsteps and be champions as well. But which NHL team signed Caden Fulcher? Boston, Vancouver, Vegas, or Detroit? Lucky enough to have Caden on the Benched podcast this year as well. That was a great interview. 2 seconds and 1. Correct answer is D, the Detroit Red Wings. And for a young man out of the Lambton area, that was a thrill. Of course, he actually played in the NHL last season. 18 of you got Caden Fulcher signing with the Detroit Red Wings. This is going to be a close game tonight. Oh, my goodness. 90% of all responses. Question 3. Who scored the first goal in Bulldogs OHL franchise history? Was it Stephen Harper, Jake Bricknell, Matthew Strome, or Mason Marchment? This goes all the way back to the first season the Bulldogs were in Hamilton. It goes back to night 1 against the London Knights in that season. And who was it that scored that first goal for the Bulldogs? Harper, Bricknell, Strome, or Marchment? So this one we're going to have the historians for the Bulldogs chime in on. As we get down under 5 seconds, let's see who is able to go for it. 2 seconds and 1. Correct answer. Jake Bricknell scored the first goal in Bulldogs history. And whoa, there was a really big split along that one. A lot of people said Stephen Harper. Stephen Harper scored the overtime winner the first time the Bulldogs were in Hamilton. So that was not a bad answer, but Jake Bricknell was the goal scorer of the very first goal in Hamilton Bulldogs history. Did that on night 1 of the very first season, 2015-2016. So there you go. In what order did the Hamilton Bulldogs eliminate their opponents in the 2018 playoffs? Was it Niagara, Kingston, Sault Ste. Marie, and Ottawa? Kingston, Ottawa, Niagara, and the Sioux. The Sioux, Ottawa, Niagara, and Kingston, or Ottawa, Niagara, Kingston, and the Sioux? Which order, starting from round 1 to round 4, did the Bulldogs eliminate their opponents in the 2018 playoffs? It's like match game. Can you remember the timeline? A lot of great memories in that run. I can think of ones from each series. Robert Thomas's great goal against Ottawa, and of course winning on home ice against the Sioux. The OT goal for Isaac Nurse against Niagara. Connor Walters scoring the series winner against Kingston. Correct answer was in fact D. The Ottawa 67s were first, Niagara Ice Dogs were second, the Kingston Frontenacs in the Eastern Final, and then the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds in the OHL Championship. And again, 18 of you, 78% overall, got the answer correct. Wow. So on the majority of our questions so far, this is fantastic stuff. Question 5. Who scored the series-winning goal in 2018 against the Kingston Frontenacs? Now, I may or may not have actually just given this one away. Was it Matt Strome, Robert Thomas, Mackenzie Entwistle, or Connor Walters? Cade Landry and I talked about it this morning as well, if you were watching on that interview. Strome, Thomas, Entwistle, or Walters? Series-winning goal in the Eastern Conference Final to win the Bobby Orr Trophy in 2018 against the Kingston Frontenacs. Who got that goal? What a series that was. Bulldogs just blitzed them on home ice. 2 seconds and 1. Connor Walters is the correct answer. Connor Walters got the series-winning goal. 11 of you got Connor Walters correct. And he was the one that scored the goal that sent the Bulldogs into the OHL final. Probably not predicted by a lot of people, but it sure looked good. And I think I just about jumped out of my suit when he put that one into the back of the net. That was quite the finish for that game and that series. Which Ticats game do the Bulldogs players usually attend? Is it A, first game of the playoffs, B, home opener, C, Labor Day Classic, or D, Argos suck? That is not technically a game. Which Ticats game do the Bulldogs players usually attend? Who wrote this question? Or who wrote these answers, I think is what I need to find out. First game of the playoffs, home opener, Labor Day Classic, or Argos suck? Boy, you gotta make a decision here. Do you get it right or do you make a statement? Let's see what the fans go with. 2 seconds and 1. The correct answer is the Labor Day Classic. Now, how many people went for the correct answer? 17 people went for the correct answer. Nobody clicked on Argos suck. Technically not a game, but I thought if there were some Ticat fans, they may not be able to pass that opportunity up. 17 of you got that one correct. The Labor Day Classic is the game that the Bulldogs players will attend. Which Bulldogs player was named MVP of the 2018 OHL Championship? Was it A, Robert Thomas, B, Brandon Sagan, C, Caden Fulcher, or D, Riley Stillman? I think you could have made an argument for any one of those 4, but only one of them walked away with the MVP of the OHL Championship. I think there's only 3 or 4 names you could have put on that list that could have been the MVP, but one of those 4 was. Which one was it? Thomas, Sagan, Fulcher, or Stillman? Just saying the names brings back great memories of doing the play-by-play of that run. Under 10 seconds. Under 5 seconds. 2 and 1. No surprise on this one. Robert Thomas was the MVP of the 2018 OHL Championship. 90% of you that answered, 19 of you got that one correct. Again, if you're coming into this late as we're headed towards question number 8, go to crowd.live in a separate browser, enter the code DMG9H. You can do that on a smartphone. You can do that on a desktop, on a laptop, on a tablet, anything you want. You can enter that crowd.live in your browser, DMG9H. It's like Jackbox to get in and play in the trivia here tonight. Which former Hamilton Bulldogs defenseman currently plays for the NHL's Florida Panthers? Is it A, Ben Gleason, B, Riley Stillman, C, Jack Hanley, or D, Nicholas Mattman? Which former Hamilton Bulldogs defenseman plays for the NHL Florida Panthers? Gleason, Stillman, Hanley, or Mattman? And this is a good one because the Bulldogs have had a number of players from that 2018 team arrive in the NHL. So let's see how many people kept that one straight. Down under 5 seconds. 2 seconds and 1, to quote Doc Emmerich. And it's Riley Stillman, the brick wall that can move. And, okay, yeah, we are dealing with a smart crowd here tonight. 20 of you. 20 of 22 answers got that correct. 91% got that Riley Stillman currently playing for the Florida Panthers. I got to say, I'm impressed. Who did the Bulldogs acquire Jan Jenik from? Was it the Flint Firebirds, the London Knights, the Kingston Frontenacs, or the Arizona Coyotes? Who did the Bulldogs acquire Jan Jenik from? At one point this season, first half of this season, was the best player in the Ontario Hockey League, but at last year's trade deadline, when the Bulldogs brought Jan Jenik in, which team did they make the trade with to bring him in? Flint, London, Kingston, or Arizona? Another player that we're going to miss if he's not back with the Bulldogs, certainly Jan Jenik, great personality, a lot of fun to be around. Correct answer is A, the Flint Firebirds. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was for a 4th and a 5th round pick. And 21 of 22 that answered the question got that one right. Bulldogs acquire Jan Jenik from the Flint Firebirds. What a trade. Question number 10. What Hamilton rock band produced the Hamilton Bulldogs goal song? Was it Metallica, the Arkells, Teenage Head, or Monster Truck? And if you were to go into my car, you would know exactly which band produced it because their CD is a fixture when I'm driving to and from the arena. Is it Metallica, the Arkells, Teenage Head, or Monster Truck? 10 seconds left to get your answers in. 5 seconds. Last call. Correct answer is Monster Truck, my favorite rock band. 17 of you got the answer correct, that it was indeed Monster Truck who produced the Bulldogs goal song. As we're going to take a look at our leaderboard, and do we have a battle up top. So Stephanie and Andy are 10 of 10, and on points, Stephanie is ahead. Kennedy is in third. She's answered 9 of 10 questions correctly at 839. And then Katie in fourth, answering 9 right, sitting at 877. Now, we got a ways to go. So no matter where you are in the pack right now, you can still make your way up. But that is a strong start. Even look at all the way down to the 10th spot. It's 700 points or higher. And if you can answer the questions quickly and correctly, you can make a leap on these questions. Not at all surprised to see Stephanie, Andy, and Kennedy in the top 3. But a whole lot of smart Bulldogs fans are going to make a run at it. I have no doubt about that. And of course, tonight we're presented by Royal Lepage State Realty Brokerage. Thank you to them, because without them, as we talk about with our sponsors, we wouldn't be able to put on these kind of broadcasts, be it Bulldogs Live, the Alumni Series, trivia games. We would not be able to do that without our wonderful, wonderful sponsors. They do a great job with us. We can't thank them enough. They are great to us. So it is thanks to them that we're able to put trivia on for you here tonight, and we're having some fun with it. As we move to question 11, what head coach led the Hamilton Bulldogs to their 2018 OHL championship? Was it A, John Gruden, B, George Burnett, C, David Matsos, or D, Matt Nichol? So John Gruden, George Burnett, Dave Matsos, and Matt Nichol. Which one of those led the Bulldogs to the 2018 OHL championship? A lot of good coaches on that list, too. My goodness. 5 seconds left to get your answers in. And we fondly remember that it was former Boston Bruins defenseman, I had to get that in, Coach John Gruden, that led the Bulldogs to their 2018 OHL championship. Did a tremendous job with the team. Now, for the three people who answered Dave Matsos, he was an assistant with that team. So again, you had one of the guys on the bench, but John Gruden was the head coach of that team. Now with the New York Islanders as an assistant coach. Question 12, what team was Bradey Johnson acquired from? Was it A, the Peterborough Petes, B, the Ottawa 67s, C, Flint Firebirds, or D, Niagara Ice Dogs? Excuse me. It's a lot easier on radio. You can just move the microphone away or hit the cough button when you have to do that. Peterborough Petes, Ottawa 67s, Flint Firebirds, or Niagara Ice Dogs. Which team was Bradey Johnson acquired from? Of course, had Bradey Johnson on Bulldogs Live, the alumni series on Wednesday night. Just an awesome person. Bulldogs are going to miss him. St. Mary's University is going to be very happy they got him. And the correct answer is D. The Niagara Ice Dogs, are whom the Bulldogs made the deal with to acquire Bradey Johnson. 17 of you for 85% got that one correct. How many playoff games did the Bulldogs win to be the 2018 OHL champions? 4, 8, 12, or 16? That counts all the rounds. From the first round series against Ottawa right through to the final series against the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. How many games did the Bulldogs have to win to become the 2018 OHL champions? Not how many games did they play total. How many games did they have to win? As we're under 10 seconds left to get your answers in. 2 seconds and 1. The correct answer is 16. And if you go back in time to when Ray Bourque won the Stanley Cup, wow, 19 got that correct. So we got some people with math skills going too. 12 was close. 12 got them the Eastern Conference Championship. But just like to win the Stanley Cup, you have to win 16. Of course, when Ray Bourque won it with Colorado in 2001, the old hats and shirts that said Mission 16 sort of become a thing in the NHL since then. Question 14. Where does the Golden City Brigade sit in First Ontario Centre? Is it A, Section 118, B, Section 110, C, Section 112, or D, Section 104? I got to say, I'm glad that I'm hosting and not playing because I see them at every game and I cannot remember what section it is. Can you out-trivia me on this one? Usually I'm the one with the obscure trivia. Where does the Golden City Brigade sit? 118, 110, 112, or 104? 2 seconds and 1. The correct answer, I'm excited. It is Section 104. And now that I think about it, that makes sense from where I am in the broadcast booth. 11 answers, 52% got that correct. We had a bit of a span there. So that one definitely was a good question to get people thinking. Which former Hamilton Bulldogs forward was signed by the Los Angeles Kings? Mason Marchment, Matt Luff, Will Bitton, or Stephen Harper? Now, the interesting part of this is the LA Kings have since drafted Arthur Kaliev, and they have signed him. But which forward was signed as a free agent from the Hamilton Bulldogs by the LA Kings? Was it Marchment, Luff, Bitton, or Harper? Boy, and you look at that every time I look at one of these lists, it's the kind of talent that's rolled through the Bulldogs is something special. 2 seconds and 1 to get your answers in. Correct answer is B, Matt Luff. And he's appeared in some games for the Kings as well. Looks like he's going to be a staple. And again, 21 of you got that answer correct. Really nicely done. Really nicely done. Question 16. Who did the Bulldogs play in their first ever home game? Was it A, North Bay, B, Guelph, C, Oshawa, or D, Mississauga? The first Bulldogs OHL game at First Ontario Centre. Was it the North Bay Battalion, the Guelph Storm, the Oshawa Generals, or the Mississauga Steelheads? Think back. I absolutely remember who it was. And with 15 seconds left, I'll give you a little hint. They were the defending Memorial Cup champions when they came in that night. And the Hamilton Bulldogs actually beat them. 2 seconds and 1. It was indeed the Oshawa Generals. 12 of you got that one correct. A nice spread across. 55% of all answers were the Oshawa Generals. The first ever home game in Bulldogs history. Remember that one well. Which Bulldogs scored back-to-back overtime goals against Niagara in the 2018 OHL playoffs? Was it Isaac Nurse and Ryan Moore, Nick Camano and Marion Studenic, Robert Thomas and Matt Strome, Ben Gleason and Mackenzie Entwistle? Which pair of Bulldogs scored them back-to-back? It was games 1 and 2 of that series against Niagara. Again, was it Isaac Nurse and Ryan Moore, Nick Camano and Marion Studenic, Robert Thomas and Matthew Strome, or Ben Gleason and Mackenzie Entwistle? Who scored the back-to-back goals both on home ice? Crowd went ballistic. But who recorded those goals? It was Isaac Nurse and Ryan Moore. On Ryan Moore's goal, 16 of you got that one correct. Very nicely done, 73% of all answers. And actually on the Ryan Moore goal, Nick Camano and Marion Studenic were both right around the net front as well. So can't blame anyone who went with B. And of course, if you went with C, Robert Thomas and Matt Strome, I mean, 2 primetime players. Same as the D answer. Can you name the Bulldogs captains in order? Was it Mackenzie Entwistle, Matt Strome, Justin Lemke, and Isaac Nurse? Was it Justin Lemke, Mackenzie Entwistle, Matt Strome, and Isaac Nurse? Was it Isaac Nurse, Justin Lemke, Mackenzie Entwistle, and Matt Strome? Or Mackenzie Entwistle, Matt Strome, Isaac Nurse, Justin Lemke? From first to fourth. Can you name all 4 Bulldogs captains in order? 10 seconds left to get your answers in. Boy, what leadership we've had with the Bulldogs. That is 4 great names. 2 seconds and 1. Correct answer is B. Justin Lemke was the first. Mackenzie Entwistle second. Matt Strome third. Isaac Nurse was the captain through the 2019-2020 season, and we will be adding a new name to that list for the 2020-2021 season once we get underway. 18 of you got that correct. Question 19. Who was the first Bulldogs captain? We probably should have done this question first. So this one should be a freebie. Matt Strome, Mackenzie Entwistle, Justin Lemke, or Isaac Nurse? Strome, Entwistle, Lemke, or Nurse? If you were paying attention and got the last question right, you should get this question right. And again, boy, you look at those 4 names. Did you ask for 4 better captains in the first few years of a franchise? That is quality character guys from top to bottom. Fantastic stuff. 2 seconds and 1. Justin Lemke, C is the correct answer. And 20 of you got that correct, 91%. If you're coming in late and you still want to play, please do. Jump onto crowd.live in a browser, enter code DMG9H, and if you comment in our comment section and play in the game, share the link to the game, you can win a $150 gift card to bulldogshop.com. So even if you're coming in late, you've still got a chance to win prizes. So we hope that you'll join us. On what date did the Bulldogs host the 2020 Top Prospects game? Was it January 20th, January 16th, January the 11th, or January the 26th? I remember this one very well. CHML very graciously asked me to do the radio call for the CHL NHL Top Prospects game. Got to see Alexis Lafreniere in person. What an incredible experience that was to get to do that. And then we went on the road that night after the game, got to Kingston at about 3 o'clock in the morning. 10 seconds left. That was the same weekend for those that remember the ice machine breaking story. 2 seconds left. Correct answer was B, January the 16th. 16 of you for 70% got that answer correct. And through 20 questions, I believe we're going to take a look at our scoreboard. Stephanie is still leading the pack, but hot on her tail is Kennedy. Nathan Souza's jumped up to 1704. Whoa, we have got a battle at the top of the leaderboard. This is fun to watch. Andy, Joshua, Aaron, Michael, Zane, Blake, Katie, Pistol Pete. They're all still in the running. Stacy, Nicole, Lambo, Billy, Michelle. Nobody's out of this yet. Look at all the scores. Now, we've already seen a change in the top three. Andy back to 1661 as Nathan and Kennedy have jumped up. Stephanie's hanging on to the lead. It's like watching a NASCAR race. Can Stephanie hang on? You can call this a pit stop. Again, we're brought to you tonight by Royal Lepage, State Realty Brokerage. Couldn't do this without them. By the way, on June 14th, 4 p.m., right here on Bulldog social media, Bruiser is going to be doing an Animal Crossing special, and Bruiser's going to be doing that directly from Bruiser's Paradise. So you can follow and win on the Twitch. Pardon me, it's on Twitch. I thought it was Bulldog Social, but it's on Twitch. Mike's Computer Shop sponsoring that. And, of course, tonight, just to give you a look at what we're doing, interactive trivia. Week 2 is going to be hockey movies, and that's going to come your way Sunday, June the 21st at 2 p.m. Today's prizes, I mentioned off the top. We'll go through them again as you take a look. First prize is a T-shirt, mug, hat, and a $50 gift card to bulldogshop.com. Second and third prize, T-shirt, mug, and hat. Nothing wrong with that. Share this stream and comment in the chat for a chance to win a $150 bulldogshop.com gift card at the end. Let me reiterate that. $150 gift card to bulldogshop.com. Boy, you can get a lot of great stuff on that shop for $150, I'll tell you that. And if you are a winner at the end, please directly message us with your nickname and your email. We will provide you instructions for prize pickup. And once again, I just got to look at that shot of Hamilton. Royal Lepage, State Realty Brokerage, independently owned and operated. Royal Lepage, state.ca to check out our great sponsors. And wow, I mean, you could put that shot up on a wall. That is absolutely tremendous. By the way, billet families are needed for the 2020-2021 season. Through our alumni series, you've seen the connection that the billets have had with the players. If you are thinking about it, if you have the ability, we would encourage you to become a billet. It is an experience that you will be able to hang on to for the rest of time. These kids are great additions to your family, and they become part of your family. HamiltonBulldogs.com/billet. And then you can see 1 week left. BulldogShop.com, a fan appreciation sale. 20% off store-wide, 40% off select items, 10% off for season ticket holders. That's extra if you're a season ticket holder using that code right there, STH Extra 10. Free shipping available on orders over $75. Use code FREESHIP. And pickup is also now available. Just be kind with us. We're all working through this together, but we will find a way to make arrangements for that if you would like to pick that up. All right, we're going to get back into our trivia here momentarily. Caitlin Granby asking, how do you enter? Caitlin, if you go onto a browser, either another browser on your phone or a laptop, a tablet, a desktop, if you can get to another browser window and type in crowd.live in the address bar and then enter in code DMG9H at that address, you can jump in. And you can also share this stream right now for your chance to win that $150 gift card. You've already commented in the comment section, so you've already accomplished that part. So hit the share button and you can be up to win that prize as well. Woo! All right. Let's go to question 21. Which of these Bulldogs players is from Hamilton? Is it A, Avery Hayes, B, Logan Morrison, C, Navrin Mutter, or D, Isaac Nurse? And I think anybody who's heard me on a broadcast will know the answer to this question. Which Bulldogs player is from Hamilton? Avery Hayes, Logan Morrison, Navrin Mutter, or Isaac Nurse? I can actually tell you where all four of them are from. I have a scary memory for statistics. I wish it had worked while I was in school. I didn't do too bad, don't get me wrong. Graduated, got the college degree, it's on my wall. But, yeah, elementary school, math, nothing. 2 seconds and one. Which of these Bulldogs players is from Hamilton? Isaac Nurse is the correct answer. And 22 of you got Isaac Nurse as that correct answer. One person answered Logan Morrison. You're not that far off, about a half an hour up the road. Logan Morrison's from Guelph. And I like to think we stole him right out from under the Storm's nose. Great draft selection by Steve Staios and company. Number 22, which hockey operations staff members manage equipment for the Bulldogs? Is it Ian Mahar and Patrick Jarrett, Ron Wilson and Dave Matsos, JP Lasiak and Justin Brooks, or Casey Lamore and Danny Bushy? Now, if you've been watching our Bulldogs Live series, if you've been able to do so, we have been talking about these two. And I've asked each one of the players about them. They have nothing but glowing things to say about them. I have the pleasure of hanging around with them when we're on the road. Is it A, Ian Mahar, Patrick Jarrett, B, Ron Wilson, Dave Matsos, C, JP Lasiak and Justin Brooks, or D, Casey Lamore and Dan Bushy? And 2 seconds and one, it is D, Casey Lamore and Danny Bushy. You wouldn't find two better equipment managers anywhere. They are the best. For the folks that answered JP Lasiak and Justin Brooks, you are very close. They take care of the boys off the rink on the medical and training side. But Casey Lamore and Danny Bushy are the guys who get everything set. And if you've ever got the chance to see them do their work, maybe we can get a video of that, of how they set up. I would love to do that at some point, just to give those guys the credit they deserve, because it is like watching a finely tuned machine when you see Casey and Danny before games. They do a brilliant job. Couldn't ask for two better guys. Who holds the record for most goals in Hamilton Bulldogs history? Is it A, Matthew Strome, B, Arthur Kaliev, C, Matt Luff, or D, Nicky Petty? Oh, that's four great goal scorers. But which one of them holds the record? Strome, Kaliev, Luff, or Petty? And I can tell you at various times, 3 of the 4 have held that record. But which one holds it now? Five seconds left to get your answers in. Strome, Kaliev, Luff, or Petty? The correct answer is B, Arthur Kaliev. Set the record this year. What an incredible career he's had in the OHL. Just signed with the Los Angeles Kings. Congratulations to Arthur for that. And we hope that he'll be back for another year with the Hamilton Bulldogs. 19 of you got that correct. 5 of you answered Matt Strome. He was the one that held it for the longest amount of time. Held it until the midway point of this season when Kaliev broke that record. So, again, you were not very far off. Kaliev has just been unbelievable since arriving. Question 24, where is Jan Jenik from? Is it A, the United States, B, Russia, C, the Czech Republic, or D, Finland? Where is Bulldogs import center Jan Jenik from? The United States, Russia, the Czech Republic, or Finland? He played for this country at the 2020 World Junior Hockey Championships. So if you remember back before he came to Hamilton, he wore this country's jerseys, where a lot of people saw Jan Jenik for the first time. And if you're wondering why I pronounce it that way, that's how he pronounces it in Czech properly, Jan Jenik. 2 seconds and 1 left. The correct answer is C, the Czech Republic. 21 of you got that one correct. I can see Russia. I can see it. We've seen Jans come out of Russia before. 25, who were the first 2 draft picks in Bulldogs history? Was it A, Logan Morrison and Avery Hayes, B, Matt Strome and Mackenzie Entwistle, C, Ryan Winterton and Lawson Shirk, or D, Arthur Kaliev and Navrin Mutter? Who were the first 2 draft picks in the history of the Hamilton Bulldogs? They went in the first and second round. You got 15 seconds. Hayes and Morrison, Strome and Entwistle, Winterton and Shirk, or Kaliev and Mutter? 2 seconds and 1. It is B, Matt Strome and Mackenzie Entwistle. In the 2015 OHL Draft, Matt Strome went 8th and Mackenzie Entwistle went 40th. In the 2019 OHL Draft, Ryan Winterton went 8th and Lawson Shirk went 40th. So a bit of crazy history there. 19 of you got that one correct. Logan Morrison and Avery Hayes weren't the first 2 draft picks in Bulldog history, but they certainly were a lot of fun to watch play together, or are a lot of fun to watch play together. What Netflix show is Avery Hayes' favorite? Ozark, The Boys, Stranger Things, or The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt? Now, if you watched our Bulldogs Live with Avery Hayes, you'll know the answer to this. He is a huge fan of this show and was great at the trivia once we got him rolling. Is it Ozark, The Boys, Stranger Things, or The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt? 12 seconds to get your answers in. I watched this show too. Avery Hayes is one of the ones that got me put onto it along with my wife. I kept hearing how great it was, and it is a fantastic show. Correct answer is C, Stranger Things. 19 of you got that correct. Ozark, I hear, is great. 3 of you answered Ozark. I'm going to have to check that out because I've heard nothing but good things. So I would really like to get a look at that show. Question 27. How many players from the 2018 OHL Draft have played for the Hamilton Bulldogs? Is it 4, 6, 8, or 14? How many players from the 2018 OHL Draft have already suited up for the Hamilton Bulldogs? 4, 6, 8, or 14? I would name them all, but I'm scared I'm going to miss one, and I know all of the number. The correct answer is 8. It is C. Avery Hayes, George Diaco, Logan Morrison, Michael Renwick, Davis Young, Marco Cosentini, Frank Jenkins. Oh, I knew I was going to lose one. Mark Duarte. There's all 8. Woo! That's tough. The play-by-play guy's got to know that. Question 28. We've got 30 total, so we're down to the final 3. So this is your time to make your run for the finish. What is the name of the song the Hamilton Bulldogs use for goals? Is it Whoa, 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 Don't Tell Me How to Live, The Enforcer, or Nothing But Trouble? What is the name of the song the Hamilton Bulldogs use for goals? It's a great one, too. Is it A, Whoa, 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 B, Don't Tell Me How to Live, C, The Enforcer, or D, Nothing But Trouble. And as we found out earlier, of course, that is done by my favorite rock band, Hamilton's own Monster Truck. Man, those guys are good. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, it is C, The Enforcer, which, of course, just fits right in for hockey, the city of Hamilton. I mean, it's just a perfect connection. 15 of you, 60% of all answers got that one correct. That was a tough one. If you don't know Monster Truck off by heart, that one, you had to make a run at it. Question 29, what NHL team did President and General Manager Steve Staios play for the longest? Is it A, the Vancouver Canucks? Pardon me, A, the Calgary Flames, B, the Vancouver Canucks, C, the Edmonton Oilers, or D, the New York Islanders? Which one of these teams did President and General Manager Steve Staios play for the longest? Calgary, Vancouver, Edmonton, or New York? This is a good one. Could have added the Boston Bruins on there. Or the Atlanta Thrashers, where Steve Staios was the captain. But which one of those teams did he play for the longest? 2 seconds and 1. It is the Edmonton Oilers. Of course, went to the 2006 Stanley Cup Finals right to the very end with the Oilers. 20 of those answers got it correctly. And if Dwayne Rollison hadn't been hurt, they would have won the Stanley Cup. Okay, last call. Who is the voice of the Hamilton Bulldogs on TSN 1150? Is it Reed Duthie, Reed Duthie, Reggie Duthie, or Reed Duthie? I did not write this question. So we'll go through that again. Is it Reed Duthie, Reed Duthie, Reggie Duthie, or Reed Duthie? The way to answer this question is, what is my name? Who is the voice of the Hamilton Bulldogs on TSN 1150? I'll just wave. Hello. Never feels like work when you have a job you absolutely love. The correct answer is D, Reed Duthie. 15 of you got that correct. A couple of those got thrown off. Reed Duthie almost doesn't seem fair. You're just missing one E. So 15 of you got that one correct on question number 30. So as we come to a close, let's take one final look at our leaderboard, and Stephanie held on. Oh, what a close battle this was. Stephanie in first, Kennedy in second, Nathan Sousa in third. So you will all need to message the Bulldogs to arrange for your prizes. And, whoa, Stephanie is correcting me on a trivia note here. Well, hold on a second. As I am going to look this up, we're going to announce another prize winner as well, but hang on. I want to bring this on screen. Stephanie is just fantastic. Okay, Matt Strome and Riley Webb were the first two draft picks. Mackenzie Entwistle was third. And you know what? Stephanie is correct. So not only did she win, but she got me too. Wow, Stephanie, absolutely congratulations. Great work. She got me as well. So the Bulldogs, in fact, in 2015, I forgot about this. The Bulldogs in 2015 had 2 second-round picks. They had their own and one that they had acquired in trade. Riley Webb was picked 33rd, 7 spots ahead of Mackenzie Entwistle. That was, wow, Stephanie, great job. Thank you so much. I absolutely forgot that Riley Webb was the sandwich pick. Absolutely. Thank you for that. So, and thank you to everyone who tuned in to play tonight. Really great run. Absolutely fantastic. Our participation winner for the $150 gift card to BulldogShop.com. Congratulations to Dalton Hannis. So Dalton, get a hold of us at the Bulldogs, and we will let you know how to pick up that gift card. Congratulations on that. Our first 3 winners, well, Stephanie's going to take away a T-shirt, mug, hat, and $50 gift card. And my personal thanks for setting me straight on that one. I can't believe I forgot the sandwich pick. Second and third prize to Kennedy and Nathan will be a T-shirt, mug, and hat. Congratulations to all 3 of you. And again, Dalton Hannis, you have won a $150 gift card for BulldogShop.com. If you have one more time, please directly message us with your nickname and email, and we will provide you instructions for prize pickup. All right, one more time as we wrap this up. On Sunday, June the 14th, 4 p.m., Mike's Computer Shop is going to present Bruiser straight from Bruiser's Paradise on Animal Crossing. Join him. He's doing a Q&A. How Bruiser's going to pull that off, I don't know. So you're going to have to tune in to find out. You can also win bells in Animal Crossing for joining in. Billet families are needed for the 2020-2021 season. Visit HamiltonBulldogs.com/billet if you would like to be a part of that program. As well, BulldogShop.com, the fan appreciation sale. 1 week left, 20% off store-wide, 40% off select items, 10% extra for seasons ticket holders using the code STHEXTRA10. Free shipping available on orders over $75. Use code FREESHIP. Pickup now available. Get in touch with us to find out how. Of course, thank you. Before we get to that, interactive trivia rolls on. Next week, we will be bringing you hockey movies. Sunday, June 21st at 2 p.m. Make sure not to miss that. Once again, brought to you by our great friends at Royal Lepage State Realty Brokerage. You can absolutely put that shot up on a wall. How beautiful is that? And thank you to everybody for tuning in, getting a lot of comments that folks had fun. Please join us again on Sunday, June 21st at 2 p.m. I'm so happy to do this, so happy to host this with everybody. We're having a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all again Sunday, June the 21st, and we are going to have more episodes of Bulldogs Live, both with current players and the alumni series coming up. We're just in the final stages of arranging that, so stay with us here on all our Bulldogs social media platforms. Thank you for being involved, and have a great night.